Hi everybody, welcome to my show. This is Rachel here, doing anything and all things anti-aging and beauty in general, well-being, healthcare, anything I can cram in here. At the moment, you'll have to excuse me, I've had a long day studying. I've been so busy. Notes, not to mention a tablet and a phone going with stuff I'm looking up, because as I'm learning one thing, I'm researching something else as well. So do excuse me, I'm in my boudoir tonight. I've just popped out of the shower. I had to go in, obviously because I wash myself, but normally in the evenings I wouldn't shower till I'm ready to go to bed. But I'm having really bad drying out. There's, these are the reactions you have to the Retin A. So y'all know, I've been in Spain and I've gotten the Retin A 1 milligram. I hope you can see that. Yeah, so you see it there. You can see the lab that you can order from online. Sorry, it's there. I'm an idiot. I've done that twice in a video now. And I have to say it's been brilliant. I've used it. It's only a 30 milligram tube, so this looks like I've used loads, but it hasn't. I actually haven't. Most of it is down the neck, and the top of the tube is pretty empty anyway here. So I've been finding that it's definitely much stronger than the different which I was normally using. So I've switched to using different for the back of my hands. So I'm using that different, which is the only one my doctor will prescribe me. So you'll see the difference. That's 0.1 of a milligram, whereas that's actually 1 milligram. So you'll see the difference. Like I said before many times, they both target different receptors in the skin. So one's not necessarily better than the other. We just have more evidential reports on this. So this has been going around since 1965-ish for acne, and they discovered in college students that it actually did reverse the aging. This is a less irritating version, if you like. It's kind of third generation, because there was Tazorac, which is notoriously like burn your skin off. And really, to be honest with you, I wouldn't recommend using Tazorac for anything but acne. And I think we've got such sophisticated products now, like salicylic acid, THC pills and stuff, that we should be using other things now. We can get these things in the shop very easily. There's lots of other ways to treat acne. So Tazorac, if anybody offers you a free tube of Tazorac, I don't know if I'd go for it, to be honest with you. I'd start with the A313, which I've run out of, because I do love that, like once a week, maybe twice a week, for its moisturising value, because these have zero moisturising value. But they are the only thing that will slow the aging process. I'm sorry, guys and girls. I know you went out and you bought lots of fantastic, amazing, lovely creams and spent 60 quid on Yves Saint Laurent, and I used to spend like 120 quid on a pot of Chanel, about 10 years ago when I was working in construction, earning a lot of money. Now I'd go, are you kidding me? No way. I think our little recession has taught us a lot of that. So I found I was getting the reaction here, which is new skin, and it's very tender and soft. The sun damage is lifting much quicker than it was with the different, because I've only been using this 3-4 weeks now. I'm home nearly a week, so 3 weeks I've only been using this, and it's doing in 3 weeks what it took about a month and a half for this to do. So I'm going to come closer to the camera. Don't get frightened, please. Don't get frightened. But I'm in my boudoir, as I said, so you can see my skin. I want you to kind of see my skin a bit closer. This is very awkward, and I do apologise for the quality. I'm popping in and out frame, but I really had to exfoliate. I was sitting on the sofa watching movies with my son-in-law, and I just started noticing that, like, I was going, ooh, flaky skin, flaky skin, flaky skin, flaky skin. This is a bite. This is shut phone. This is a bite, exactly in the same spot as I got the spider bite. So I went on holidays. Before I went on holidays, and a nice spider bite, went down over holidays, and the day I came back and I was in Ireland, a mosquito bit me there. So I don't know. Maybe they like the tretinoin. I don't know. So I've nothing on my skin at the moment, and it is feeling tacky because I put the hyaluronic acid on it. I did my trick that I've told you all before if you looked at my tips and tricks video, standing in the shower and letting the moisture go in, because I'm now not going to use it. I used it for 4 nights, stopped for 2, used it for 5 nights, stopped for 2, and then I just used it straight through. So, which is great because now I've gotten like a week and a half of using it, where I haven't stopped it. But it's time to stop it. I can feel it tight on the eyes, which is great. It's a great feeling. My eyes are itchy. Can you imagine if you had an allergy? That's kind of what it feels, but it's not. It's actually the itching, because nobody prepares you for the itching with tretinoin or different. You do, and I used to get really itchy on the jaw with different. I'm getting around the eyes with tretinoin. I think that's because I have some sort of resilience or familiarity built up because I was using the different. So I will repeat again and again and again. This is not Retin A's. Get it back here. Is not a moisturizer. Don't start thinking, oh, it's a moisturizer. That's great. It's not. It's actually something that accelerates. It locks onto receptors in the lower dermal layers, so really down low. It goes much deeper than a moisturizer will. Every single moisturizer that's on this market only goes to the upper dermis. That's it. It really is like putting, I do it with my car. I have a leather dashboard and leather surrounds in the car, and I have to clean it and I have to condition it. I'm a bit of a nut job. I do that every 2 months, but most people will do it once a year if they do it at all. But of course, when you clean leather, you've got to moisturize it. So every evening when I cleanse my face with my CeraVe that you know I love, in the morning I use just water, a damp face cloth, and I very gently just take off the night sweat. I don't really go crazy in the morning unless I feel really icky or something like that. But this isn't a moisturizer, so please, you know, any kind of moisturizer will do with this, as long as it's fairly simple, because you can get really irritated. Y'all remember back in Vilnius when I put that cream on that I actually have been using before I went onto this. I'm not even trying it with this, the Nordic cream, which was fabulous, and I've been using that with different, and it's been brilliant once my skin got used to the different. But with an inflammation like this, I'm not sticking it on, because this is sore here. Now, not sore, so I mean I can handle it, and it's a little sore here, but my eyes are really, really itchy all around here, and that's where I'm really feeling it at the most at the moment. So what I've done is I've gotten out of my shower, and I have my EAUDE A spray that you know I love. So tonight is a purely moisturising and hydrating night for my skin. I am not putting tretinoin on again till probably, I may leave it till Friday, Saturday or Sunday even. So please, when you're using it, do just check how your own skin is going with it, because people say use it one night for 1 week, and 2 nights for 2 weeks, and 3 nights for 3 weeks. If I did that, I'd be like, I'd be waiting forever, and I just wouldn't have got the results I've gotten within this last 10 months now, because I'm using this since January. Sorry, I'm not even. I was using A313 since end of January, and I was using different. I was prescribed different. I think it was March, April. So there you can see the difference in my skin. I am going to come closer. For those of you who've been watching my videos in Spain, I do apologise, I'm throwing things everywhere. You'll know I've had a small amount of lip filler there. You can probably see that my lip looks a little better than it did. I used to be kind of like little skinny lips. I just tried it just to say I'd done it. I really wasn't that bothered about my lips, but now that I've done it, I really like it. And it sort of given me a little bit more pigment on my lips. And she had no more left the day I met her. I got the upper lip done. So I was really disgusted. I was like, oh no, I want more. And I went off and I went, yeah, no, I definitely want more. And she tried to get it in from before I left Spain, and unfortunately she didn't get in. But don't you worry, Joanne, I will be back. You know, I've got the Botox as well. This is really hard to do in a bed. That's not a clever thing to do, Rachel, is it? But there's my forehead. I'm going to lean in very close. Yes, there is, you can still see where a little bit where my lines were, but I don't have those indentations. So a bit of moisturising and they will come out. That was Botox, and this was, I had a little filler, and a little filler here and a little filler here, just because I have some smoosh lines there Everybody who knows me knows, yeah, you can see the water that's going to be absorbed in. I sleep and I smush myself in, and I just can't seem to stop. I've tried sleeping on my back, and somewhere in the middle of the night, I end up back smushed up against the pillow. It's just my comfy way to sleep. So I've lost my pillow. This is a very professionally done video. I do apologise to everybody. And I do apologise to anybody who was waiting for an order. I know, Colette, you were waiting on your order. It went out yesterday, and there's a couple of other orders gone out today. Anybody with a box, it is taking about a day longer, maybe a day and a half longer. So, because some of you guys, I've given some goodies to as well, because I did some trials on soaps and things like that, and I kind of trial made some bath bombs and stuff. So I just wanted to give people little gifts for supporting my little brand. I mean, we have really good products. I'm, you know, I was really, when I looked into it all, I really was wanted to keep it simple, but good, and it's worked. The white is the perfect to show you. You can see my double chin that I hate. That's a mixture of me having to lose bloody weight, and as rightly somebody did say, one lovely gentleman in the comments did say to me, you know, you get the ultrasonic fat remover, or you can get injectables that will actually dissolve that fat and bring it down, and then tighten it up with your RF treatments and stuff like that. I have done a bit of that before. Yes, it absolutely worked. This is me being 2.5 stone overweight now, because I come back from holidays after drinking lots of lovely wine and eating lots of fabulous food, and friends cooking for me, because Spain is one of those places everybody cooks for you and looks after you and takes care of you. And so big shout out to Joe there, by the way, because he's great. He has looked after me so well. So I have put up a little bit more weight. So the diet starts next week when I can come out quarantine, because obviously I've gone to Spain. I should point out I wasn't completely irresponsible. I went to a part of Spain that had 54 cases since March and no deaths. So I went down to, it's called Orihuela Costa. People will notice Torrevieja. I hope I'm saying that right, Torrevieja. So you will know Torrevieja, people call it in English. So it was very safe. I knew there was less chance of me catching anything there. The airport in Alicante Elche Airport was amazing. They didn't allow anybody to hang around the arrivals or the departures. They kept everybody outside the building at social distance. And so when I came in, you know, I was told by message from my driver, Brian, Kieran, hi Brian, thanks a million for that, come downstairs and come outside, and that's what we did. So it was really safe. Everybody wore masks all the time, except when you're sitting down, or if you're asthmatic and have a letter from your doctor, because it is hard I'm an asthmatic, it is hard to breathe through that mask sometimes, especially when you're moving or walking fast, and in heat as well. I don't mean in heat like a dog, by the way. I mean in hot temperatures. Just clarifying that for anybody who thought otherwise. I think I repel men now. But, so I wanted to share with you. You can probably see the little kind of tenderness around my eyes, and they are a little poofy because I have been going just little pokes trying to scratch it, like, and here and that. But it is good. It's working. I can see my skin. I don't know if anybody can see it much clearer. My sun damage is here and here, and I am investigating a product for that. It's not a cheap product. It is a whole treatment. I will have my level 4 qualification by the end of November, Christmas. Fingers crossed that COVID doesn't shut down the online systems. Will be grand, and I'll be able to perform that treatment. So that will be a treatment that's a mask that's left on for 8 to 12 hours, depending on how much sun damage you have. Myself, I'd probably use it more here. I don't have a tremendous amount here, but because the Differin and the Retin A have definitely gotten rid of a lot of sun damage, and they are. But here is just more stubborn. It's a tougher skin than is on your face as well. It's a little bit tougher, so it's a bit hard to do. So it's going to take longer. So I just wanted to let you know. Yes, it is a little sore, and every time I blink my eyes, I feel dry here and here. But you know what I'm doing at the moment. I'm not putting cream on at the moment. I'm just getting the moisture into the hyaluronic acid, because it holds up to 1,000 times its own weight. So I really want to get that in. Sorry, I am looking at the top screen all the time, and I know this now, but I'm trying to indicate places to you. So that's the journey with Retin A so far. Yes, it's stingy today. It peeled like a mother. It really did peel. I am wiping water around my face now into the eye areas just to get it, and I will be lashing on tons and tons of moisturiser tonight. What moisturiser, you may ask? I've kept it simple, and believe it or not, this is one I normally use either on my hands or my body, and it's Palmer's Cocoa Butter, because I find it's probably less irritating than picking up a jar of, say, I do have creams here somewhere. Like this is a cheap cream, anti-aging night cream. It's the Deals cream, which is not bad. It's actually not bad, because a moisturiser is a moisturiser is a moisturiser, really. So it's not bad. It's one that I've used. I wouldn't say it's highly moisturising, but it's moisturising. But this one I find is, obviously it's denser, so it's better for me putting this on my lip. It's like, I look tan there. Yay, I look tan. Yeah, I didn't actually go sunning myself. I sat on the rocks at Punta Prima Beach, and I just sat there and watched the ocean. And I got a really nice colour on my legs, but I had a hat, and I kept my face out of the sun as much as possible. There was one day I didn't, and I got one little spot, brown spot, came up really quick. So again, I'll warn you with Retin A, and yeah, it does. It really does. You really have to stay out of the sun with it, which I didn't mind, because I'd rather give myself 5 years on my age than at 50 years of age I'd rather look 5 years younger, which I don't do, but however. I'd rather have good skin than be brown. There's lots of false tans on the market out there, and if you're really arsed using them, use them. I did get a bit of tan on the arms. Look, it looks white there. Yeah, I did. I got a tan on the arms a bit, but that was about it. So that's really what I wanted to say to you this evening was, yes, I am having that reaction. I kind of wanted to take you more detailed on this journey with me. It is sore. That particularly there, I know it looks sore. It actually feels hot, but what it is new skin. It's shed all the old skin, so it's fresh skin, and it just has to calm down a bit. It's the same with the eyes. But one thing I have noticed, and I don't know whether you've noticed, is that my lids aren't as droopy as they used to be. For that, you'll have to go back to my other videos, to my very first video, and have a look. But I seem to have more lid space here now. And I'm looking up at this camera, so if I was looking head on, I do seem to have more lid space looking head on. So I have noticed that. I've definitely noticed the fine lines. I had two very deep lines here, which used to go all the way over to here, and now they're just here. So I can't say enough. Yes, it is. When I went to get the Botox done in the forehead again, because I just really felt like having a look at it and seeing what it was like. Botox, absolutely brilliant. Bang, bang, bang. Done, dusted. Fab. The lip filler. That was so sore. So sore. Big tip as well, if you're like myself and you get cold sores or you're prone to cold sores, get cold sore cream first. It's like a Virex or whatever is the brand name. Get that first. Get it done, and then put it on, because otherwise you will break out. I can't microneedle my lips, and that's why I wanted to try the Botox, because if I microneedle, or the filler, sorry, hyaluronic filler this is, if I touch my lips with needles or the derma roller, that's it, I've got cold sores, and of course they go everywhere, so I don't do it. I think the white one, if I pull this round here, you can see my jawline doesn't look so square. That used to be a lot more saggier there. This piece here was a lot more saggier and was wobbly. Now the only thing that wobbles is that thing. I'm looking at myself while I'm talking to you. So definitely the microneedling is working. One little tip for you I have, for those of you stayed to the end, I found this really nice pomegranate perfume by Jenny Glow. Maybe some of you know it out there. And like, it's cheap as chips, and it actually doesn't smell like a cheap as chips perfume. Really, really nice. I wore it on holidays, and a lot of people kind of go, oh, your perfume's lovely, what's that? It's really nice. And I said, oh, it's pomegranate by Jenny Glow, and it's kind of, it's woody. So some people might think it's a bit too aftershave-y, maybe a little bit, but it's a woody kind of musky smell, and I like that. I like those dark wood and musky smells. But that is Mars Pharmacy. I'll post the link down below, and it's $14.99, so it's an absolute bloody bargain, because there's, I think, it's 100 ml, isn't it? It's something like that. No, it's 50 ml, isn't it? It's 50 ml, I think. 50 ml. I can't see. This is where I should have my glasses. Yes, I think it's 50 ml. Anyway. I'm also trying at the moment a white teeth whitening, a white teething, even, which I don't know if it's working. I've one day left of it, which I'm going to show you on Saturday, and I'm not 100% convinced about it. But I'm also looking at a couple of other products for teeth whitening, because I did notice as I was getting older they were getting a little yellow, and I thought, crap. Another job to add to all the other jobs. If you see the amount of creams and shit I have. So we'll be doing a teeth whitening on Saturday. I'm going to have a look at the one I've done, and I'm going to have a look at a trick that somebody else told me, and I'll be using that for a while, and let's see how that goes, and I'll update on that as well. So for now, I leave you with my very sore skin. What I'm going to do with this next, just because if it does happen to you with this tretinoin, so if anybody thinks tretinoin, just get it and smack it on your face. Don't do it. You know, when you start to feel a little soreness, stop it for a day or two. You know your own skin. You're not an idiot, you know. I know these doctors think that women are idiots. We're not. We can manage this, but just do be careful, because it is quite strong, and you only need a teeny bit. You need even less of the tretinoin than you do of the different. So what I'm going to do after this is smother my face in the Palmer's cocoa butter. It's really lovely, and it smells like chocolate. Yeah, I want chocolate now. Oh well, I'm 2.5 stone overweight. I'm not allowed chocolate anymore. I'm allowed a lettuce leaf with a drip of water on it, and if I'm lucky, I can have some vinaigrette. I really ate like a pig on my holidays. I really did. There was just so many good restaurants, and they're all by the ocean. You're sitting there having steak. If anybody is on my Instagram, you know, the Irish Beauty Vlog, you'll have seen the food going up on it. I did. I kind of went a bit crazy, but look, hey, I hadn't been away for a while, and really hadn't been away since earlier this year in Vilnius, so I really needed it. So I'm going to keep you all posted, and when it does come time for me to go to Spain early next year, I'll be taking you on the journey as well. Not only will we be doing the anti-aging, and I'll have my product revealed at that stage, I'll also be doing some interior design as well, so on a budget. When I say on a budget, I mean, God Christ, on a budget. Like, this will be stealing furniture at Skips and stuff, and painting. So if you're into that kind of thing as well, I'll throw a bit of that in there as well, but we'll be still keeping it beauty, because that's what I'll be doing down there. I'll be going all out and doing my beauty. So, as I said, be wary with the tretinoin, but my God, it's worth it. I mean, I think if any of you look at me here now, I'm going to come very close to you again and scare you. It's Halloween, so I'm going to scare you. I really like my lips, I have to say. I'm looking at myself going, I like them lips. I do like those lips. Thanks, Joanne. It's just brilliant. I swear to God, I love them. But that's my skin close up, with quite harsh lights on, actually, because there's lights above, lights all over the place, and it looks, so you can see what I have is this hyperpigmentation there as well, and along here. That's now the issue. I want to try and sort. That's on both sides. Pardon my mosquito lover who bit me in the middle of the night like some sort of vampire. So that's kind of just an update on what tretinoin is doing. Absolutely delighted. I stocked up well when I came home. I literally left my Nivea creams and my hyaluronic acid back in Spain, because I went, I need more room for Retin days. So, and they were really easy. I just walked in, went, hi, can I have, you know, uno Retin days, 1%, when they were like uno, and I was like uno, they were saying, cinco, no, uno, okay, grand. So between my crappy Spanish and their wonderful English, and, you know, some people's really, even if they didn't, even in Alicante where they didn't speak so much English, and they were really lovely to me, and they did compliment me on my skin. Joanne said that to me as well when she was doing the Botox. She said, God, she said, your skin is really good. So I am 50 years old. There you go. That's my problem there, see it? See that? Just that. Just that. That's it. That's it. And that's a mix of, again, weight. You can see it here, that little, but it's a hell of a lot better. I have a photo somewhere. I'm rifling through an old phone at the moment, which is charging, to try and get that photo up. So hopefully I can get that for Saturday's video, and I can put that up and I can show you the big difference that microneedling and different and Retin A have made to that. So that's it for tonight. Peace out. We have teeth whitening on Saturday, and if you want a different subject or you want to ask about anything, please put comments in the bottom. Just ask me, give me suggestions of what you want covered, because I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff, and I've had, my head has been all over the place at the moment because I've been fixing heating. I've obviously been away sorting out tax numbers, and I had a tax number in Spain from when I lived there before, and I had to get that back again, and it was a nightmare. You know, it's Spanish, like, for paperwork, but I loved them. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you can see I am suffering for you. Look. But listen, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again on Saturday. So take care, and remember, be beautiful, because inside now, says the woman with blotches all over her skin. Okay. Adiós, buenas noches, good night Ireland, and buenas noches España. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, turn this off.